Don't do that. Unless you can do the chuffles. What's up, Blerdaholics, and welcome back to another episode of Blerd Up, where we talk about everything movies,
music,
TV,
and gaming
with a blurred twist. I'm your host, Monique.
And I'm your host, Killer Cam.
And today we're watching and reacting and reviewing to the upcoming 2020 horror movie, Candyman.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this.
Yes, me too. I know the original Candyman was released in 1992, and I actually remember it as being one of the scariest horror movies that I had ever seen.
Yeah.
Tony Todd being the main villain in that movie, Candyman, was just awesome as that villain. Every time he was, and to be honest with you, he actually really didn't show up in that movie until like a little later on in the movie.
Yeah.
But when I saw him on screen, just his presence and his voice scared me half to death.
I mean, the man's voice by itself is just freaking legendary.
Right.
This movie, the original Candyman, yeah, it was totally scary. I mean, saying somebody's name and they appear and they kill you, I mean, how terrifying is that? Of course, as a grown-ass man now, it's not very scary, but I still won't go in the mirror and say, like, I'm not going to tempt fate. Like,
right. And I don't know if it's because today I won't do it as well. Again, I don't know if it's because I've gotten some cruel jokes played on me as a little kid. Family members, you know who you are, have scarred me for life. Or if it's just, just that original movie that just scared me into, just being like, don't say his name, don't talk about him, don't think about him, don't do nothing,
Yeah. I feel you, but definitely with the original Candyman, star-studded cast. I mean,
Right.
Virginia Madsen in the role of Helen, Vanessa Williams, who played Anne-Marie McCoy, I believe that was her character's name. Just an interesting, well-rounded cast.
And I'm really actually interested to see, what's going to happen in this upcoming movie, because I think a sequel, or I think it's pretty much a sequel and not a reboot, right?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of more so of a reintroduction where they're going to pick up not when the first movie left off, but pick up with the characters of the first movie.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much buzz surrounding this movie for mainly a year now.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Peele is attached as the producer, and that man can do no wrong in my eyes. And my opinion, he's like the king of the blurs. So everything he does at this point, I've really enjoyed. I consider it gold.
Right.
So the buzz around this movie has been pretty intense, and I guess the word on the street is that it is going to be more of a sequel, but it's also reintroducing the legend, the lore of who Candyman is. So.
Yeah, and I'm actually quite excited to see it. Even though Jordan Peele is attached to this movie, but it's directed by Nia DaCosta. What I've seen from the trailer so far, I'm really excited just to learn more and watch it, because the way it's shot it was beautiful to me. Also to see the movie stars Yahya Abdul Mateen. I'm sorry, but he in my eyes at this point, I know you said Jordan Peele can do no wrong. He in my eyes, he can't do no wrong neither. So I'm happy and excited to see what he's going to be able to do in this movie.
Awesome. So let's jump into it. Let's go ahead and review and react to the Candyman 2020 trailer.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Candyman. The urban legend is, if you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
Who would do that?
Candyman.
Of course.
Yeah.
Candyman. Candyman. Candyman.
Well, we're still alive.
For now.
Not for long.
Let's go.
Trina, you broke the door.
I told y'all.
This isn't funny.
Imagine being her, like, this is happening.
Right.
I feel really connected to this neighborhood. Cabrini Green. It was a project. I just moved there around the corner.
It's the real
Candy
houses.
factory. I'm an artist. You looking for Candyman? He's the monster that's part of this neighborhood.
Why are you drawn to this?
I'm hoping to spread the story all about Candyman. The Mirror invites
There you
you
go
to
with the
summon
music.
him. You should say his name. I did.
Candyman. Candyman.
Candyman. Candyman.
Right.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Don't say that. Candyman.
Holy crap! Did you see that?
Yeah.
The reflection.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I think I made a mistake. I brought him back.
Candyman isn't real!
He sure is.
I know, right?
Something's happening to me.
He had purpose for you to be another one of his terrible stories.
I guess he found me.
Sweets for the sweet.
My victim.
Oh, there goes the Tony Todd in the reflection.
I know, right?
Run!
Absolutely not.
Run!
That looks good.
Yep. And so now, do you see what I was talking about in terms of the trailer? How
Yeah.
how beautifully everything is shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And this direction that they're taking in terms of like the reflections in the mirror, like that wasn't really prevalent in the first one. But from what I can see, what's happening to the main character is somehow he's becoming like possessed with
Yeah.
Candyman or
Yeah.
becoming Candyman. I thought that was really sick though, like the reflections and then just like
Yeah.
he's like kind of pulling the Nightmare on Elm Street type thing where in real life the person's moving and stuff, but you can't see the force that's doing it. That's going to be interesting.
But if you actually notice a little bit in the trailer, because you did see in some scenes where it was actually like the Nightmare on Elm Street where there's an invisible force, you know, but there was other shots where you can actually see that
Yeah.
shadow
Yeah.
of Candyman, and he's like just, you know, doing his
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
So
That's awesome. And I like the fact that this is connected to the originals. So you got Vanessa Williams' character, which remember she had a baby, Anthony, who was kind of like the plot device in the first one. Candyman took him.
and
Yaya's character is Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, very, 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 very interesting. Of course, Jordan Peele's stamp is all over this.
Right.
What he does with the music, like what he did with I Got Five on it. Now he's got Destiny's Child, Say My Name.
Yeah.
Making it just sound creepy.
Right.
Like, remember what that did to us? So when we went to the Halloween Horror Nights and we went in the house,
yeah.
you never really fully, like when you see it in a movie it's dope, but when you're in an interactive environment and that's coming through the speakers, I was kind of like nervous.
Yeah,
It like heightened my anxiety
Yeah.
just to hear that come through the speakers.
It
So
gives you, it makes you a little bit tense because you're like, now I don't know how I should feel. Like
it's like, this is my jam, but
right.
you know? So that's gonna be interesting. If I'm pretty sure he'll incorporate the original version into the movie at some point.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Another thing that I really like about this, so you and I kind of have a history with Cabrini Green from our time living in Chicago. And I actually lived next to the last remaining tower in Cabrini Green. And just to see, which looks like what this movie is going to tackle a little bit, the gentrification of the neighborhood. Because trust me when I say, when I lived there versus what it looked like in the 90s, it's two completely different things. They came in, they tore down those towers. When I was there again, that last tower was still up. But the neighborhood became different. All of a sudden there was Starbucks there was a lot of bars there. Our corporate office for a company that both you and I worked for was right across the street from that.
Right.
And I'm very interested to see how they tackle this in the movie, because in the movie it looks like the only thing that's left, which I think is accurate, is the row houses in Cabrini Green.
Yeah.
So just the way they kind of talk about like how the neighborhood looks right now, and just kind of like the old heads in the neighborhood talking about, oh, you talking about the candy factory, you looking for Candyman. I'm very interested to see how that plays into the story, because again, it's going to be a reflection of what I think is going to be a reflection of what happened with the black community back then versus what's happening now, because not a lot has truly changed with it. It's just the dynamic, and I guess the powers that be might have changed, you know.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of police cars in there, and I was like, what's about to happen?
Right.
How does this play into it? Standout moments for you in the trailer. What were the things that really made you excited?
Yeah. I thought we already talked about this. Again,
okay, I was speaking from a cinematic perspective, but I can co-sign that. Okay.
No, just basically really excited, and I think I've already mentioned this. Really excited to see the feel of this movie, the look, because like I said, the look of the trailer got me excited right off the bat. Just how beautifully it was shot, so I'm just super excited to see the whole final movie and to see how beautiful that's gonna look. I know it is. I just know it is.
I feel like it's gonna be successful. From my standpoint, something that I really enjoy is just the continuation of the story. The fact that Vanessa Williams is there, for me, makes me super happy. That makes me very happy. Now, unfortunately, in the video, we saw that it's supposed to be released in June, which is now. And due to the COVID pandemic, that has been pushed back to September now.
I think so.
Yeah.
However, if movie theaters open back up in September, I'm going to be the first person in line to see this movie.
Definitely. And I'm hoping, because this is a Universal flick, I'm hoping that there is a Halloween haunted horror night house. Can we get that, Universal?
Please,
shout out.
please. I won't be the first in line for that, but I will be there.
Can you imagine how that's going to be?
I think
if that
would
happens,
have to be the last house.
that would be intense. So fingers crossed. I'm crossing my fingers for it. Awesome. All right, that was Candyman, the 2020 not reboot, more of a sequel.
I'm excited.
Jordan Peele produced. Now, what I don't want to happen is Jordan Peele's name to overshadow Nia DaCosta's work. Right. I'm sure he had a heavy hand in it, but again, she's the director, and I want to make sure she gets her due credit for that.
Definitely.
So, but that was Candyman 2020. If you like this video, again, make sure you drop down in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. Are you excited for this movie? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Killer Cam.
And I'm Monique.
And you're watching another episode of Blerd Up. We'll see you later.
Bye.